We got the band of heathens this morning. Somebody unlock the door. Unlock my door. We're so disorganized. Running late. But it'll be okay. We got the heathens with us.
Yes, sir.
Let's do some trapping. This is my favorite time of year, that time frame between all the Illinois gun seasons going out and Christmas. We load the truck up with freshly waxed traps, all the equipment, tune up our skills, see some new ground. This can be a very important time of year for us before we start our ADC jobs. Mainly this year because we're trying out some new traps. You know, we're trying out the new Duke 650, trying a few of the Duke 550s as well. So this is a great time for us to get used to some new equipment, take some kids trapping, relax, have fun, and get with it. The last two traps we've checked had coyotes in them. They're batting 1,000. This is day 2 on them. They both had coyotes in them 2 days in a row, but these locations are prime. We've got waterways that are coming out into these wide open cornfields. This is kind of the end of it. We've got a little patch of timber over there. We're staying out of the timber, so we're not spooking anything out. Those coyotes move right up through here, hunting just like a bird dog would. Beautiful female coyote, prime coyote. But we're just making dirt holes. We're using a little waxed dirt. Here's remaking, and hopefully we'll go 3 for 3.
Oh my God, that's neat.
I think in the past we've kind of covered, you know, how to set a trap or how to make a dirt hole or how to make a flat set. So, you know, let's focus more on location because we can't really see enough of those. Every location is different. Everyone has its own purpose, and every one of those locations has a reason why we're setting it to catch coyotes. So this location, you know, when you just kind of drive by and you're looking at it, to me it really didn't scream at me as, you know, an X for a coyote travel route until you get down and really look at it. Brian found it, he actually said it. It's just a corner of a field, there's a draw coming through this field, but this net wire fence that this cattle pasture has on it, kind of a hedgerow, it's kind of thick, probably some rabbits living in it.
Seems like everywhere we go, the coyotes, they follow the livestock, and the fence is really tight in here to where they couldn't cross. As soon as we came to a spot where there was a hole in the fence, because the fence is really tight, we set it. And I'll be gosh dang if we didn't catch a few coyotes.
Yeah, that's the second one here. The first one, I don't think we even filmed it. We were in a hurry to get stuff set, I think. It was the first day. So
the fence line it's probably 3/4 mile long, and I traveled the whole thing and found the first hole when I came to it and set it.
these coyotes are just naturally attracted to these hog buildings, and they're filled everywhere in the Midwest. There's hog buildings everywhere, and coyotes are just naturally attracted to them. Even if they don't have a dead pile, they still swing by them and sniff around them. There's always going to be animals around those buildings just because of the grain that they're feeding the hogs, and most of the times there's a dead pit as well that smells. They might not get in there and dig around, but they're always going to come by. And these levees and dikes are a trapper's dream right now. One thing that you really need to think about when you pull up onto a location is why that coyote is there. Is it a location that is just a travel route from point A to point B? Or is it a location that you think that coyote is actually hunting for food? Also think about the time of year. Is it early season? Is it late season? Is it breeding season? All these things come into play because we have so many locations that we think are the X. Without a doubt, we'll catch coyotes there, and we'll eventually catch coyotes in those locations, but we don't catch as many as we think. And then we'll also have other spots that we call it fishing, where we set this location thinking that we're going to catch a coyote, but it's not going to be an everyday occurrence. And then some of those spots end up being some of the best places that we have.
We are we hopped over Missouri. Casey can't trap. He doesn't have a trapper's license. So we're here on a 60-acre farm making a little loop, heading back to Illinois. Got a 60-acre farm here with, 2 draws going down the center, heading down to a creek. We found a little crossing right here where they're coming through the field. We set us a double here and caught us a box coyote double this morning. So we're resetting this one, resetting that one, and see what we'll get tomorrow.
What it really boils down to is you need to think like a coyote, not like a trapper. And one of the reasons why I think that we're so successful in some of these locations is we have that coyote's undivided attention. Say if it's next to a CRP field or a crop change or a pond dam or next to one of these hog confinements, those coyotes are there for a reason. They're there to hunt. They're there because their belly's telling them they need to eat. Now, on the flip side of things, if that coyote's not hungry, maybe he's packing around a deer leg or something that he has caught along the way. It's your job as the trapper to paint that picture of another coyote that has buried some kind of food, marked it as his own, and you take over the greed that's inside of that coyote. That's where I think a guy becomes a really good coyote trapper, when he starts to think more like a coyote and where they're going to be and why they're going to be there, rather than, oh, this just looks like a good spot, I'm just going to set it and see what happens.